She said no chit chat. Girl.
You have to be serious. We've never filmed. We're not filming. We've never filmed. That's a true statement.
We still haven't.
Still have not.
Working on it.
We've never recorded, like, at nighttime.
Stop. I wasn't thinking about that.
Stop. I'm scared.
You're the one that said it. Girlfriend. Brother. You did that.
I did that to myself. I did that to both of us, actually. No, it's gonna be good. Welcome to Tea, Tales, and Talks, where we talk about spooky things, drink some tea, and try not to get too scared. I'm Sarah, I'll be your host.
And I'm Mackenzie. I'll be your co-host.
For these...
What? I say it every time.
I know. For these strange and occasionally unsettling tales. In this episode, we're diving into all things creepy, spooky, and Halloween. So grab a spooky cup and join us for this haunting journey. Welcome to our Halloween episode.
We're gonna go mwahaha.
Do it.
I did.
Oh. I just did.
That's what I was doing.
That's what it was.
It's been done.
Okay, this episode is gonna... Okay.
Why are you so giggly?
I think it's because it's nighttime. I have energy when it's nighttime, but
This is crazy because I'm a
dead
morning
in the
person.
I'm opposite.
I'm loopy right now. I know, we're the sun and the moon.
Yes. Opposites attract.
Exactly. I was trying to explain our friendship to Jason the other day. I was like, we just get each other on
It's
like
just
a soul
so
level. I was like, I don't know. It's just works.
We just mesh.
I was like, we're very similar. I was like, Sarah brings out like my child in me, like my like pure what?
Are you gonna make me cry right now?
Like my pure soul, like my pure self. Like I can just be who I am. Like I can be all weird and wonky and whatever.
Oh my god,
just like,
I'm gonna start to cry.
She's like, I love you anyway, girl. And I support you. And I'm also into some of that weird shit too.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, bestie. And I can complain and talk about like shit and you just get it. You get me.
This is the Halloween episode. We're supposed to be spooky, not sad. It's sappy.
Guys, it's nighttime. Guys. I get sappy.
We cry at night. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm energetic in the morning and then I get really sad. I fucking hit a wall and drop. Guys, usually I'm in bed in like 2 hours.
I know. We have some late night activities tonight, so it's fine. Okay. This episode is going to be a spooky one.
Filled with ghost stories, the origin of Halloween, paranormal, and witchy content. And, of course, your favorite...
witty host.
I saw witchy hosts.
Both. Witchy and witty.
Witty and witchy.
And bitchy. Witty, witchy, bitchy.
Witty, witchy, bitchies.
Hey.
Merch idea.
Okay,
Copyright.
cue the spooky music. Thank you. Join us, if you dare, on this harrowing, terrifying, frightening journey. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but anyways. Step with us through time and space and different dimensions for this spooky ooky Tea, Tales, and Talks Halloween special.
We need like that iconic Halloween episode music.
The like, dun, dun, dun,
yeah, like the organ.
Yeah.
The organ player. Oh. I'm getting hot. I'm getting excited.
Because
this is getting... ooky.
It's getting spooky ooky.
We got cookies.
Oh yeah.
We got Thirsty Buddhas. Hashtag sponsor us.
Hashtag please sponsor us because we drink you every day. Okay. Anyways. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're glad you made it. We've been waiting for you. If you're not new.
If you're the same old people.
You know.
We love you.
You know the deal.
Thanks for showing up time and time again for us, guys.
Thank you. We thank you for joining us once again as we reach your ears through the ether from our spooky cups to your spooky cups.
Cheers.
Clink. Okay.
We're buzzing for this episode. I think since we've started this podcast, we've been really looking forward to our Halloween special.
Yes.
And now we're calling it the Halloween special for a number of reasons. Walk with me here. Or with us.
Please. Okay, of course, number one, because this podcast is special and all of our listeners are so special to us. Sure. Okay. Yes. Secondly, because we wanted this to feel a little bit nostalgic and homey. Our favorite TV shows growing up always had Halloween specials. Companies have limited edition Halloween special items, and we want this episode to stand out as something significant and comfortable. And lastly, because this episode will be slightly different from our main episodes, as in it will probably be a little bit longer, jam-packed, and a little bit more crazy and spookier than usual.
If you can already tell from the intro.
If you can't tell,
it's a night recording.
Yeah, it's a night. We can't record at night. All of that being said, welcome to our Halloween special.
And, Sarah, why don't we kick this episode off with a spooky tarot pull?
Wonderful idea, Mac. I was thinking the exact same thing.
One brain cell.
We share one brain cell on this podcast.
My favorite GIF, whatever you call it, is the one where the two heads are together and they're just that. I showed Spencer and I was like, "This is us."
This one, the one that I sent?
Yeah.
It's from Gravity Falls.
I love Gravity Falls.
I love Gravity Falls.
I was like, "This is Sarah." And
I think of that constantly. That is us.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, like 100% that's us.
That's our Halloween costume. That's our Halloween costume.
That's our Halloween costume. What's his name? Oh my god, we could be Dipper and Mabel. We could be the
yeah.
We could. I'm down. You have to get it.
Get ready.
Don't worry about it.
Just get ready. Be ready.
We do share one brain cell. We split custody with our brain cell. And today
neither of us have it.
I don't know.
Today's with the grandparents.
Oh my god.
Guys, we're not usually together on Friday nights.
No.
It's wild.
Let's get into some tarot.
I love us.
We're doing a Halloween poll today, okay? Extra special ASMR. Some people tap their decks twice, and I have to do it 3 times because it feels wrong to only do it twice. Anyways.
I don't think I could.
We're waking it up. We're using my OG tarot deck. We're using the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And this one is... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, I don't like that one.
Sarah, you can't just pick them.
I can't do that. Okay, hold on. We have the... Okay, the first one that came out is the World card. I'll do another one. It feels appropriate to do.
Yeah, there's 2 of us. The way this girl shuffles, they're like freaking jumping out of the deck.
Okay, so we'll take this one. 4 of Pentacles.
Sorry.
And the Star! Okay, that one's back of the deck energy.
Back of the deck.
We'll just put the rest in there. Star!
Lock it away.
So that means we're gonna be famous. Not really, but I have to think about it for a second. Okay, let me do like an actual...
I'm getting the vibes.
Guys. I'm getting the vibes. Okay.
I need a book to tell you guys what it is. Sorry.
I know, I need to look it up, unfortunately. Okay, the Star card, it actually is like a good one. Like, it actually could mean that we're gonna be famous. In my opinion, I like to think of it as like our podcast is a little guiding light, if you will. I'm trying to pull out my Taylor Swift lyrics. They're in my brain. It's a guiding light. It's a bright shining star in the darkness. This is how the podcast feels to me. I'm tired. Listen,
guys, we've worked.
I haven't eaten since lunch, so this is probably why.
Neither have I. I've been up since like 6 a.m.
Yep.
I'm zonked. It's fine.
I'm zoinked. Okay, so the World card. The themes of the World card are completion, fulfillment, wholeness, success, harmony, closure, and a new chapter.
That all sounds lovely.
Wonderful vibes. I guess general meaning of this card is that you have reached the end of a cycle. And you know what? We're going to be talking about this very soon because actually Halloween is technically the end of a cycle. I'll speak more on that in a second, but kind of actually crazy that that's what
guys we didn't
what
plan
came out.
this.
We did not plan this. It's a card of achievement, integration, and being in alignment with your purpose. It suggests travel, expansion, and being at peace with where you are. I'm very at peace with where I am.
Girl, me too. I was thinking the other day, was it today or yesterday? I had this very euphoric feeling and I was like, I'm just happy. I was like, oh my gosh, like shit's just, I know I'm stressed and I have a lot of work to do, but like, I'm like, everything's working out.
It's all about I also had a moment like that this week where the sun was shining into the office. I was sitting in my coworker's chair. If she's listening, Don't say anything. It's because she has a gamer chair. It's very comfortable.
Oh,
I was just looking out the window for like 5 seconds.
Just daydreaming.
And I was like, oh my God, I just feel so like not anxious in this moment. Like just like I feel like I'm a plant. I got the sun on me. I drank some water. Like I was perfectly content in that moment. And I think that's what life is about. Finding those moments.
Being a little succulent.
Yep. So, Four of Pentacles. The themes of this card are control, security, stability, holding on, protection, and sometimes possessiveness. In general, this card can mean that you are clinging on to something like money, possessions, old patterns, or even emotions because it feels safe. It's about wanting stability and security, but sometimes at the cost of growth. Kind of interesting also because it's like, I'll get into what they mean together, but I already got it in my head. I think that these two cards together are telling us this is the end of a cycle. Let go of what you gotta let go of, and you have to move on to be able to open up the new chapters. Again, I will talk about this in 5 seconds, but a lot of people call Halloween or Samhain, we'll get into it, the witch's new year, because it is an ending of cycles and the transition into a new one.
Ooh.
Anyways, that was pretty good. Okay, should we start right? Shall we jump right into the spooky today? It's not that spooky to begin with. Okay, starting off strong, what is Halloween? Well, we know it as our favorite time of the year. LOL. Where the wind is cold and the trees are beautiful colors and spooky is the vibe the whole season. And I'm saying Halloween, but it's Halloween season, okay? It's spooky season.
It's a month
The
long.
whole month of October
is Halloween.
is Halloween. Sorry, but it's not up for debate.
I don't make the rules, guys.
I just enforce them.
We're just enforcing them. We're just the enforcers today.
But why do we celebrate Halloween? You may be surprised to know it's not just for the candy or the scary pranks or dressing up. So Halloween traces back roughly 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Now, I'm saying Samhain, it is spelled Samhain, but it's a Celtic word, so I'm pretty sure it's like the Irish alphabet. So it's not the same way that it's spelled, the way that it's said.
Who? You.
You.
You're the guilty one.
Oh, I know. It's my coworker that I just said I sat in her chair. So the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain was typically celebrated around October 31st to November 1st, depending on the moon and the sun and the planets or whatever. You know how sometimes the equinoxes or the whatever, in regions like Ireland, Scotland, Britain as a whole, and some other parts of Northern Europe. Samhain is said to be the day between the fall solstice and winter equinox, but since the calendar isn't entirely precise, now it falls in early November rather than on actually October 31st. I need to take a drink because of something.
It's a frog.
It's a frog in my throat! Because we're going to talk about witches. There's a frog in my throat. Okay. Samhain means summer's end, and it's heavily practiced in Celtic and pagan traditions. This festival, or holiday, if you will, is meant to celebrate the last harvest and transition into winter. Samhain is usually considered a liminal period in which the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. It's also sometimes referred to as All Hallows Eve. There's a reason for that. And also the Witch's New Year, because it marks the turning point of the year, the end of a cycle before a new one begins. So it's an interesting twist that I didn't know about, is that the original purpose of what would be Halloween as we know it today was actually to celebrate and welcome the dead, celebrating and communicating with past loved ones. But as the holiday celebration soon turned into Halloween, it began custom to fear the dead, fear the darkness, and in turn ward it away. So, Halloween itself is a mixture of the pagan celebration Samhain and Hallowtide, a 3-day holiday of the Catholic Church, which includes All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day.
All Saints Day.
I know about, we do too. Well, we don't, but like we I'm Catholic, but we do. Like we do, but not we, but you know.
I love All Saints Day. It makes my heart happy.
I know, it's cute. I know, I like it. It was basically 3 days dedicated to remembering those that have passed. Around the Middle Ages, spirituality and, well, ghosts in general were seen to go against Christianity, and anything supernatural was deemed demonic and something to be scared of. So with the traditional rituals and practices of the holiday, things like lighting candles, now became a protection method or to repel spirits instead of welcoming them. Now, some believe that the newfound tradition of dressing up as scary figures and creatures, ghosts and ghouls, would ward away evil spirits, or at least allow you to blend in with the spirits walking among us. Others have said it's likely that it originates from the old, and I mean 1500s old, British act of guising, which was basically dressing up, knocking on people's doors, doing some form of small entertainment in exchange for food. There was also a Christian practice on Soul Day, where poor people would knock on doors and ask for soul cake or food in exchange for prayers for the deceased. I think that's very sweet.
That's kind of
We should do that instead of getting candy. And the reason we carve pumpkins and light candles inside of them is also another warding trick, but it did originate in the same place and around the same time. People would carry around turnip heads that were hollowed out and had a candle burning inside them. Obviously for light, they didn't have flashlights back then. So while they were guising, they would just be holding turnip heads. Which, we should also be doing that. I love that.
I love it. Halloween costume figured out.
So it's interesting how far we've come even in terms of being accepting of the dark stuff. Kind of like we're coming full circle into it being more normalized. The pendulum is swinging. Okay, now that we've laid the groundwork, let's get into some very spooky... What was that? Do you hear that?
Is that a phone ringing?
Weird, where did that come from? Should I answer it?
No, don't.
I'm gonna answer it. Hello?
Hey, this is Brandon O, host of the horror film podcast Terrorifc, and I'm here to spill the tea on my personal paranormal experience. So this was back in like 2006, right? I'm a junior in high school. I'm trying to get my hours to get my driver's license. So in order to do that, my dad is letting me drive his car to school every morning. So I'm getting dressed one morning and I put on these sweatpants. And these sweatpants had the most shallow pockets known to mankind. Like till this day, I've never owned a pair of sweatpants with pockets that were this shallow. But I get into the car, slide my phone into my pocket, and drive to school. Once I'm there, I go to class, and I realize that my phone is no longer in my pocket. So I'm just thinking to myself, okay, it must have fallen out into my dad's car because my pockets are shallow as shit. School ends, I get home, and I'm checking my dad's car for the phone, and it's nowhere to be found. So I order a new one. About a month later, I'm getting ready for school in the morning again, this time putting on normal pants with normal pockets. Get into the car, slide my phone into my left pocket, but then suddenly I feel some kind of lump in my right pocket. So I reach in there and I pull out another phone. So now I'm like, okay, that's weird. Maybe I'm just imagining this. So I reach into my left pocket and pull out my phone. So now I'm holding two phones in my hand. They look exactly the same. And I open up or turn on the one that's in my right hand, and it is the exact phone that I lost a month ago. So now I'm really confused because I'm wearing different pants. I had checked the car every which way for this missing phone. It wasn't in my pocket before I got into the car, and now suddenly it appeared out of nowhere. And in hindsight, I probably should have been more freaked out than I was. But at the time, I was just like, fuck it, now I got two phones. I think maybe a spirit or entity was trying to troll me. Probably snapped like a bunch of invisible dick pics and then slid it back into my pocket. I don't know. But regardless, pretty spooky.
Wow, that was a crazy story.
Maybe it really was a ghost messing with him, or time slip perhaps?
Maybe. That's crazy. Into our first story. It's so cool, and you will like it. I hope. I have a very scary, spooky story to get into the ghosty vibes. Something a little Haunted Mansion-esque. That's also one of my fave Disney Halloween movies.
Have you been to Disneyland?
Nope. Oh, listen, I didn't have a good childhood. Okay, it's getting a little too scary up in here.
Childhood?
Ooh, that's freaky.
Okay, never mind. You haven't been on the Haunted Mansion ride.
No.
It's fun.
Okay, so this is not the haunted mansion, but it is a haunted mansion. So follow me through this story, if you will, starting in East Yorkshire at a place called Burton Agnes Hall. Now, the story attached to this haunted manor starts even before it was finished construction. Burton Agnes Hall was built by Sir Henry Griffith in 1601 to 1610. The legend recounts that before the hall was finished being built, the youngest daughter, Anne Griffith, was brutally attacked and robbed while walking alone one evening in the park. She was left in critical condition. She was found sometime later and taken back to the hall, where she dreaded on for a few days before finally succumbing to her injuries. Before this, while she laid feverish and very much on the verge of death, she made her sisters promise to preserve her head in Burton Agnes Hall. So that even from beyond the grave, she could witness the completion of the place she loved most dearly. Unfortunately, and kind of understandably, the sisters thought this was a crazy rambling of somebody who was very close to death, and it was a gruesome request at best, so they did not honor her dying wish. Instead, they had her buried in the village churchyard. Pretty standard. Shortly after this, the sisters began experiencing strange and unexplainable things in the hall. Loud crashing noises and slamming doors out of nowhere, and then soon the disembodied groaning sounds, painful groans that echoed through the halls at night. This was continuous and so constant that the sisters found it unbearable, and naturally, they assumed this was the work of the less-than-alive sister, restless because...
Because you called her the not-so-alive sister?
Sorry, I needed something. I can't keep saying dead. Like, I need some synonyms.
The repetitions too much.
Restless because they did not fulfill her wishes. They quickly had Anne's body exhumed, and strangely, they found that her skull was detached from the rest of her body and completely fleshless, which means it was literally just a skull, which would make no sense for the time frame of which she was buried to when they dug her up. It was too short of a time period for that to happen. Decomp is not that fast. The end.
What?
Or so they thought. Oh, I gotcha.
I was like, that can't end there. What?
Some years later, a young servant girl, for whatever reason, decided to get rid of the skull. She didn't believe in the story of its origin, and so, again, for whatever reason, wrapped it in a cloth and then threw it on the back of a passing horse-drawn wagon. When, quote, the horses reared and trembled in fear, the hall shook and pictures fell off the wall. The horse refused to move, even after allegedly receiving lashings from the owner. Only then did the young servant admit what she had done, and the skull was put back in place in the wall, but this time was completely walled up. So, the first time they put it in a niche in the wall, bricked up underneath the stairs, but you could still see it.
Oh my goodness.
It was still visible. So then, years later, and a young girl is like, y'all, I don't believe in this. Anyways, they sealed it up.
No freaking way this happened.
Until another bunch of years later, new owners of Burton Agnes Hall found the skull in the wall and also refused to believe the story attached to it, so they buried it in the yard. They began experiencing such bad luck, it was almost unbelievable. Only when they dug up the skull and put it back in its rightful spot did their bad luck subside. It's said that the skull of Anne Griffith still sits in that brick wall even now, over 300 years later. So, although this is a specific story, the concept of a screaming skull is something reoccurring. In some legends and folklore, there is a well-known paranormal phenomenon called the screaming skull. It's said and believed that if a person faces a tragic end and wishes to be buried somewhere specific or have a special ceremony, etc., a dying wish, the skull of the departed emits screams and groans until the dead's final wishes are carried out. Many people have stories and encounters including bad luck, poltergeist activity, and blood-curdling screams, all connected to a particular skull. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
That's an insane one. Okay, hold on. Let me preface. I wonder if, like, you could still see the skull today. Like, if they... I did read somewhere that they have it behind, like, plated glass. But, like, it's still in the wall.
Oh, my.
I couldn't find pictures, but...
I was trying to find pictures while you were talking, and I was like,
I couldn't find any. Wait. What is that noise? What is that?
It kind of sounds like a radio or something.
Yeah. Is it saying something? Wait, let me turn it up.
Hey there, I'm Amanda Joy, host of Down the Crooked Path podcast. Let's take a journey together, not through forests or graveyards, but into the kind of story that waits behind a locked bathroom door, lit only by a candle and the dare of a name. You know the setup, we all do. Whether we're trying to scare the kids that we're babysitting or just goofing around at a sleepover, we ended up in the same place. A dark bathroom with the lights off, the door shut tight, and the mirror waiting. Someone would hold a candle, and another would whisper, "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary," 3 times. Depending on who's telling the story, she would claw your face off, scream in your ear, or haunt you until you begged for sleep that never came. Either way, you were summoning something, and you were never quite sure what she actually was. The name Bloody Mary is often tied to Mary Worth. Supposedly, she was a witch, a woman who practiced dark magic and was burned at the stake during the Salem witch trials. But there's a problem with that version. Salem didn't burn witches, they hanged them. And there's no historical record of a Mary Worth in Salem. There's no trial transcript, no grave. But that didn't stop that legend from spreading. A more recent version has linked her to a woman whose name was Mary Worth and died in a car accident. Her face was mangled, her body barely recognizable. Some say that she was vain, obsessed with her reflection. Others say she was cursed. Either way, her bloody face has become a part of the mirror myth, almost like a punishment for a ghost with unfinished business. But Bloody Mary wasn't always a monster. In the 16th century, girls performed a ritual that sounds eerily familiar. They'd walk up a staircase backwards, holding a candle, and stare into a mirror. If they did it just right, they'd see the face of the person they were destined to marry. If they were doomed to die before marriage, they'd see a skull. Historians believe that this was a form of love divination, rooted in superstition and the psychology of light deprivation. Stare long enough into a dim mirror, and your brain starts filling in the blanks. Faces will appear, shadows move, and sometimes what you see is worse than nothing at all. Over time, the romance faded and the ritual changed. No longer are you seeing a lover, but a warning. She's also been linked to real women whose reputations were shaped by blood. Queen Mary I of England, known as Bloody Mary, burned hundreds of Protestants at the stake in an effort to restore Catholicism. Her legacy was twisted by propaganda, and her name turned into a curse. Elizabeth Bathory, the Hungarian countess accused of bathing in the blood of virgins, is another name that surfaces in connection to this legend. Though her crimes were likely exaggerated, her story fed the myth. Another woman, another reason to be afraid of the mirror. Mary isn't a single figure. She's a collection of borrowed identities stitched together from fear, folklore, and fragments of history. She's a reflection of whatever people were afraid of at the time. Vanity, vengeance, betrayal, power, misuse. Her story doesn't fade, rather it mutates. It finds a new face to wear, a new mirror to haunt, and a new generation willing to speak her name in the dark. So, maybe in another 100 years, someone else will be linked to her. Another Mary, another dare, another candle burning low. And when the lights go out, the story will begin again.
Okay, that one is definitely a creepy one. Bloody Mary is nightmare fuel.
Yeah. That one will definitely be keeping me up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that
Thank
one.
you for that. Okay, our next story is a ghost conjuring game and its origins or the true story behind it. Okay, listen.
We're not conjuring any ghosts, girl.
We're not. The next story is less of a story and more of a game or a ritual. Or a ritual.
It's a ritualist right.
I need to say a disclaimer.
Oh,
Okay? This is something actually very real and very dangerous. Like we've said in past episodes, you never really know what you're opening yourself up to, so you need to be careful. Use discretion. Also, we would like to issue a formal warning. Don't try this at home, or at the office, or at your grandma's house, or at the mall. Don't try this at all. Please.
Just period. Just don't do it.
Do not do it. Okay, so this whole thing starts with a mirror and a man. Of course. It's always a freaking man. Okay, anyways. So there was a man in New Jersey who, again, for whatever reason, I don't know what possesses people to do the things that they do, but nonetheless, he decided that he wanted to try mirror conjuring or kleptomancy. This is basically using a mirror to see things or to connect with the, quote, other side. This is actually a pretty common practice.
It should not be.
No. I guess mirror scrying would fall under this. So gazing into a mirror until you see images or visions, basically. But in not so nice cases, this practice can also be used to inflict bad will onto other people. I would say, in my belief, that it's not really meant to be used that way, and I don't think most people use it like that. I think a lot of people use mirror scrying as a way to, like, the same way we use tarot cards.
Yeah.
It's like another way to read energy and communicate. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Mirrors are portals, okay? Take that for what you will.
Just leave them. Just let them be. Look, go.
Look.
Go.
Don't look too long, though, okay?
Yeah.
So Mr. Man, his name is Steven, from New Jersey. He had come across a very interesting bit of text that explained an ancient medieval ritual of kleptomancy, one that was specifically used for revenge. So Steven chooses a mirror in his home, and he sets out to begin his medieval ritual. He would sit in a completely dark room and have either a candle or a red light, just one of them, behind him, and gaze into the mirror and say an incantation. I don't know what it is. I don't wish to know what it is.
You don't need to know. It's okay.
The concept is that you gaze into the mirror until visions and images appear to you, and that is basically connecting you to a spirit or beings of some sort. Again, you open yourself up like that. You don't really get to choose what comes through. Okay?
Yes, we don't open ourselves up. We just keep it closed.
No. Close
Lock
yourself off.
Put
the walls up.
Build those walls. Everyone, build the walls.
Not those walls.
No. Whoa.
Listen, the spiritual walls.
The guard walls, build those.
Yeah.
Not the actual walls.
Not the actual.
No physical walls
No.
shall be built.
Spiritual walls. Take down physical walls. Build spiritual walls.
Period. Put it on a sweater.
Put it on a t-shirt. Nonetheless, Steven would do this daily for months. Yes, months.
Evil Steve.
And at first, it really wasn't working for him. As he progressed, he sometimes saw shadows or quick blurry figures, but nothing concrete, nothing clear. But what he was seeing was kind of convincing him that he needs to keep going. Until one day, he set up his little ritual, and finally he saw something. At first, he could see his future, events in the coming days or weeks, but that wasn't enough for him. He wanted to be able to inflict revenge on people that have wronged him. That's what the ritual was for. That's what he wanted to do.
Well,
so
Steve needs to take a deep breath and see Jesus.
Definitely could have gone to therapy instead of doing this.
Definitely.
I digress. So he kept going. Every day he was obsessed with focusing on this mirror. Like hours of the day he would sit in a dark room and stare into this mirror. He would focus on seeing images of who he wanted to hurt, and sure enough, he began to see them. Not only them, he could soon see those people's future events. And that wasn't all he could do. He could also interfere with them.
Oh, shit.
So he would call upon the spirits in the mirror and ask them or instruct them to cause harm to those he was visualizing. Okay, Steven made a lot of mistakes, but one of the biggest ones was trusting whatever entities he was in contact with. and believing that nothing would come back to him. The spirits he was sending after his, quote, enemies basically lived in his house. He would often hear footsteps, heavy breathing, and other noises in the middle of the night. Doors would open and slam on their own. Objects would fly around, and Stephen soon began to fear for his life.
I'm starting to fear for mine.
He was scared that they would take him next. He reached out to his local Catholic church and begged for help, and the priest he spoke to couldn't help, but he referred him to none other than Ed and Lorraine Warren. Oh, yeah.
The Warrens!
So, okay, I need to give like another disclaimer, but it's for this episode. The Warrens come up multiple times, and it was not on purpose. Like, I actually swear I was looking at random stories, and suddenly they're appearing.
It's a trend.
And, like, not even in the first, like, it's, like, at the end of the stories where I'm like, oh, this story's so good, and then it goes, and then Ed and Lorraine Warren showed up. I'm like, okay, likely place for them to be, I guess.
Why aren't they there?
Why wouldn't they be there?
Like the Scooby Gang just showing up, like,
exactly.
no
Where else would they
worries.
be? Literally. Okay.
Who else are you gonna call? Ed and Lorraine.
Ed and Lorraine. So he referred them to Ed and Lorraine Warren. In order to put an end to the haunting, the Warrens performed a reverse incantation which sealed up the evil back into the mirror while preventing any future damage that Stephen had already unleashed onto his enemies. So I think it's kind of like calling back the energy, and then they trapped it in the mirror. He begged them to take the mirror out of his house immediately.
Yeah.
On the way to bring it back to their occult museum, and this is the place where they collect all of their haunted objects, by the way, which also, by the way, apparently Matt Rife owns it now. That's a conversation for another day. He's a comedian. It's so many layers. We can't get into them.
Another onion for another episode.
Another episode. So it's said that they were driving in the cold night, and there was ice patches everywhere on the road, and suddenly their tire blew out. And they swerved into oncoming traffic.
This is a movie.
And they very nearly could have been taken out.
A movie.
On their way back home.
Ditch the mirror.
They changed their tire. And after changing their tire, they were back on their way. When a mysterious truck pulls out in front of them. And whatever it was carrying in its back trunk, the back.
The bed?
Yeah. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning.
Did you?
Whatever was in the truck bed splashed onto their windshield. Whatever it was. They said it was some sort of like sludge, whatever.
The local sludge truck.
Yeah. They reported that when they finally cleaned their windshield off, the mysterious truck was behind them suddenly, and then swerved and pulled out in front of them again and splashed them again. And I read somewhere that Ed said this happened like 6 times at least.
Ed.
Also, please, you need to know, this is happening in the dead of night. Yes.
I'm not a fan of the night, Sarah.
And that's not all. Suddenly, then, there was a black sports car that tried to slam into them and run them off the road. They saw it speed away. They witnessed it speed away and disappear, only to return again miles down the pitch black road, this time with its headlights facing them. They were like, okay, white knuckle the steering wheel. We're doing this.
We're going.
Ed said, Lorraine, get down. We're doing this thing. He stepped on the gas.
A movie.
Heading straight for this mysterious black sports car. They're going into each other. They're gonna hit each other.
Barreling down.
And this is like a quotes from Ed. He explained this. Like, he was like, y'all, this is what happened. Just as they should have collided with the car, Ed opened his eyes and the car was gone. There was nothing around them.
It was a ghost car.
It was, perhaps. Finally, they arrived home, in one piece, and safely stored the mirror. Thank Jesus. Okay.
I would have tossed that mirror so quickly. I'd be like, it's gone.
So this is a big fat caution tale not to mess with mirrors in general. Though I do want to point out, an article I read said that this New Jersey guy was using witchcraft while witchcraft is definitely not inherently evil or dark, what he was doing specifically was. No way. Is that the weird phone again?
Should I answer it this time?
At this point, why not?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Hey, it's Star from Creepy Shit.
Once upon a time,
I actually worked in a haunted salon, and it was Earth Month,
and we had these special little blue men
that we had to hang in the window for a charity thing with saving the Great Lakes.
I had the brilliant idea
For this huge window cling that was shaped like a man to name him
and I said, well, what if we name him?
Carl with a K. Well, as luck would have it, didn't think anything more of it. I took my guest back to do a pedicure, and she started crying, and I said, oh my goodness, what's wrong? Are you okay? And she said, yeah, it's okay. She's like,
It's just really funny. You were talking out there, and I
heard you say that you were going to name that window cling Carl with a K. My dad passed away
a year ago,
today,
and his name,
was Carl with a K. Tell me that's not creepy.
like something definitely,
Like channeled or something happened. It was just a wild situation.
and a little spooky.
Thanks so much for that story. That one was super. Okay, moving into our next ghost story. Okay, so in typical spooky fashion, of course we have to include a white lady story. I meant to say lady in white. But I continuously call it white lady. We're talking about Karens today. Guys,
It's another Karen
Happy
ghost story.
Halloween.
The spookiest of
the
the kind.
spookiest.
The spookiest white girl.
Okay, not that kind of white lady. Actually, the one of the ghostly variety. This lady in white case takes place in Connecticut, and specifically around the Connecticut Union Cemetery. Union Cemetery in Easton, Connecticut dates back to the 1700s. Known locally and among a lot of paranormal investigators as one of the most haunted cemeteries in America. Surrounded by dark woods with Route 59 running alongside, it's a road where many sightings have occurred. Typically, the white lady is seen as a woman in a long flowing white dress or nightgown, often described with long dark hair and a glowing or semi-transparent form. Witnesses report she appears suddenly, drifting across the road or hovering among the headstones. Some have reported to have encountered her suddenly appearing and vanishing, and some have even reported hitting her with their car. Let me explain. In 1993, police officer Glenn Pennell was responding to a transformer explosion nearby, and he was with a fellow officer. Glenn was at the time an on-call firefighter, so he was quick to respond to this call. He remembers that on this specific evening, the night sky turned pink, and the explosion emitted large amounts of electricity that made the hair on his arms stand up when they got close to it. He recalls driving down the road, and the officer in the passenger seat suddenly yelled, "Hey, watch out!" Pennell says he saw a woman standing in the middle of the road. She had long brown flowing hair and wore a white Victorian nightgown. Pennell caught the surprised look on her face just before slamming on the brakes. But unfortunately, he was too late. He hit her head on. This is a quote from Pennell. He says, quote, "When I hit her, it was like hitting a brick wall. The whole back end of my truck went straight up into the air. The policeman got thrown into the dashboard, and the woman came over the hood of my truck and then fell straight back onto the ground." Whoop, whoop. Anyways, we don't need that sound effect. They jumped out of the car, obviously, and were yelling, "I can't believe you hit that woman." They searched the car and the surrounding area, but couldn't find the woman. There was no blood or clothing or anything. There was nobody there.
Nobody, no crime. Nobody, no
How does it go?
crime.
How does that song go?
I think he did it.
But I just can't prove it. I think he did it, but he just can't prove it. She thinks I did it, but she just can't prove it.
Oh,
Nobody, no crime. But I ain't giving up until the day I die. Anyways, so there quite literally was no body. There was literally no crime scene. They thought they hit a woman, and there was no woman. Okay, an interesting point is that Ed and Lorraine Warren have actually talked about this cemetery.
Crazy.
There they are again.
Popping up.
And Lorraine is quoted saying, "I can tell you that I know for a fact that this place is haunted. It's one of the most haunted places around."
Okay, queen.
Lorraine told the Daily Voice in 2011. Ed wrote that he caught the white lady on camera on September 1st in 1990 at 2:40 a.m.
Bro,
He has receipts, guys. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, freaking time stamped and everything.
His 7th night filming the cemetery. In one of their books, he recounts seeing a woman in her late 30s. No, it just says 30s. a woman in her 30s with dark hair and a nightgown. Also, interestingly, Glenn Pennell who was the officer driving the truck, had contacted Ed and Lorraine
regarding the incident.
And Ed's theory was that the static electricity from the transformer explosion had turned the white lady's ghost into a solid form.
Solidifying the particles.
Which kind of gives a theory as to why Pennell, well, both officers said that they remember the crash literally smashing into a woman. And he remembers the crash smashing the front end of his truck like he had hit a telephone pole. So actually there was like
a dent,
but there was no blood and there was no body. There was nobody. That's crazy. Pennell also said that he had called 3 hospitals in the area and the police department, but there were no reports of hit and runs or anybody injured.
Him being the hit and runner.
Him being the hit and runner. He also recalls feeling overwhelmed with confusion and sorrow that night, kind of unexplainably. Theories about this lady in white's identity could have been a woman murdered nearby centuries ago and her body was hidden in the woods. This is a theory. Could have been a grieving mother who died during childbirth, endlessly searching for her lost child. Some folklorists, or theoriologists as we like to call them, see her as part of the global white lady ghost archetype.
Whee!
Spirits that are basically tied to tragedy, grief, or betrayal. Some, like, extreme emotions. But really, her true identity is unknown even today. What is that now? Is a ghost trying to communicate with us?
It kind of sounds like Morse code.
Wait, really? What's it trying to say?
Hey guys, it's Des, one of your hosts from the Kill Me Maybe podcast, and I'm sharing a personal ghost story with you today. A few years ago, I was at home getting ready for work. As I started walking up the basement stairs, I suddenly felt a rush of icy air so strong it pushed my hair back like a gust of wind. At that same moment, I heard a voice say, "Be quiet." What shook me the absolute most was that the voice sounded exactly like my dad, but I was completely alone in the house. This wasn't the first time something strange had happened there, but it was definitely the first time anything had actually spoken to me. It's a moment that gave me chills and a moment that I will definitely never forget.
That was a spooky ooky one.
That was a spooky one. Thank you for sending that in. Thank you for telling us that, ghost. Okay, our next story is a witch story.
Yes! We gotta talk about all of them.
We're talking about everything. So, the tale of the Bell Witch. It's a famous one, and it's a perfect combination of witchy and ghosty.
Baby.
So, we're starting in 1817 with the Bell family. John Bell and his family lived on a farm in Red River, Tennessee, when they began experiencing strange disturbances. things like knocks on the walls, scratching sounds, and eerie noises that they really could not explain. These incidents escalated quickly, with invisible forces pulling at bed covers, pinching the children, and physically attacking the family.
Damn.
What started out as unsettling noises soon grew into one of the most famous hauntings in American history. So because it happened in the early 1800s, it's like a historical
event.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a historical
It kinda
event,
is.
guys. I don't know. I don't make it up. I'm just regurgitating.
The spirit allegedly revealed itself as Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike most ghost stories, the entity haunting the Bell family was intelligent and vocal.
That's a doozy.
This was not just a residual. No, it was not a residual haunting. It was intelligent. Okay, it introduced itself and it carried on conversations. It sang hymns to them and even quoted scripture to them, which is very scary.
I'm not a fan.
Neighbors who visited the farm also heard the voice and witnessed strange activity, which added credibility to the reports.
The historic event.
The historical event. The spirit seemed to fixate specifically on John Bell in particular, openly declaring that it intended to kill him. That was her goal. While also mocking and gossiping about others in the community. That's okay.
She's a busybody.
She's
multitasking.
She's a social butterfly, and also she wants to kill John.
And a murderous queen.
So, the Bell Witch is what she became known as. It kind of became like a public spectacle, the haunting. It really was something like of historic significance because people remember it. It was documented, and people were coming to see it. Like, they wanted to witness what was going on.
Haunted house.
Yep. This spirit had reportedly slapped, scratched, and tormented members of the household, and the antics of this spirit were also said to extend to guests as well. A famous story within this claims that General Andrew Jackson visited the Bell farm with his men, only to be driven away by terrifying manifestations. I'm assuming ghostly manifestations, which kind of cemented the hauntings' credibility, notoriety. Then came the death of John Bell in 1820. On December 20th, 1820, John Bell died under mysterious circumstances after slipping into a coma. A strange vial of black liquid was discovered in his home, and when tested on animals, it caused instant death. Crazy. The entity reportedly bragged, quote, "I gave old Jack Bell a big dose of that last night. He will never get up from that bed again." That's what the ghost said.
Tie her up.
Get her, boys. For this reason, the Bell Witch is sometimes described as the only case in American history where a spirit was blamed for causing a person's death. So, the kind of legacy of the Bell Witch, after John Bell's death, the spirit's visits slowly diminished.
She got what she wanted.
Though it was said to return periodically as promised. So I know this story. This is not like what I've written, but I do know this story. And I don't know why, but they thought that it was the spirit of a witch who was haunting the family, but specifically John Bell, and potentially had to do with something in his family lineage, even. But they would talk to the spirit would talk to them. And after the spirit allegedly killed John, it promised to keep visiting the family.
Well, I guess
she was like, "This is not the last you'll see of me. I will be back." Over the years, the story became a cornerstone of Southern folklore. It was retold in books and films and through storytelling like we're doing today. Now, in today's time, the Bell Witch Cave, which is near the old Bell Farm, remains a popular destination for ghost hunters and tourists, and the legend continues to endure because of the haunting's unique features. An intelligent, talkative spirit with a personal, unknown reason for this vendetta against John Bell, and because it was documented and witnessed by many people, and then a death that was kind of came out of this. A ghost killed him. Period. Okay. Like, should we even bother to answer?
I mean, I'm already scared. What's one more?
All right. Hello.
Hello, ladies. This is your girl Missy over at Grimly, and I heard you were looking for spooky stories. And I think I got a pretty good one for you. So, a couple years ago, I was living in an apartment with my dog Coleman. It was just him and I, and he had this tendency to always want to break into my bathroom garbage for whatever reason. And so I always just got my bathroom door closed, just kind of standard practice, right? And one night I was going to a work event after work, and like I always did, left the bathroom door closed, and I left for the event. And to give some context to the story, the knob on this bathroom door was a round knob, and the lock mechanism on the inside of the bathroom door was like a little twisty, like click lock. So that will make more sense momentarily. So I went to this work event, I come home, I unlock the door, and usually when I unlock the door, Coleman's like right there. He's super excited I'm home, you know, it's a classic dog thing, but he's not there, and he's nowhere in the living room. And this is like a 600 square foot apartment. It's not like a, you know, huge place. And I'm really weirded out. I'm really freaked out, wondering if my dog broke out of the apartment somehow, but the deadbolt's locked. I'm like, where the fuck is he? And then I hear him whining, and he's locked in the bathroom. And I'm like, this is really weird. And thankfully, there was like a little Allen key above the door. So I was able to unlock the door and let him out. And he's visibly really freaked out. And my first thought was, did someone break in and lock my dog at the bathroom? This is so fucking weird. So I checked my apartment. The only thing missing is my personal laptop, which is really weird because I had my work laptop there. It had multiple work monitors. I also had my TV. I have camera equipment. It's just nothing else is missing except for my personal laptop. And then the second really big weird thing about this is how the fuck did my dog, who does not have thumbs, open the door to the bathroom, get into the bathroom, close the door, and then use the little twisty lock to lock the door? It's fucking weird, right? So I don't know what to do with this. I sent a video to my co-host Meg talking about this like right after it happened, because I was just like, what happened? What is this? You know, and she didn't really have an answer either, you know. And then so I kind of just assumed that I guess someone broke into my apartment and just stole my personal laptop, which is really fucking creepy. It's really fucking weird. You know, I have the Find My MacBook on my phone. I can't find my MacBook. It's just gone. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Until 6 months later, my MacBook shows back up. And it's in my photography backpack, which I definitely checked because that's usually where I stored my MacBook. So I checked there first and it was gone. But then 6 months later, it's just back again. So I've never really known how to feel about that or what to do with that story. You know, I had a friend that worked in IT. She checked my MacBook. There was nothing weird on there. There wasn't any sort of like software installed or a virus or anything. It was just like it was gone, and then it came back the same night that my dog was locked in a bathroom, seemingly out of nowhere. You know, I did get a camera installed right after this happened, and there was nothing else happened after this. I also changed the lock on that door without the apartment complex knowledge, so I was the only one that had a key. But yeah, it still really freaks me out. I still think about it often, because what the hell was that? So, yeah, I don't know. Stay safe out there, guys, you know. Throw hands, throw punches, ask questions later. But happy spooky season, and bye.
Slayer.
Okay, that's kind of it for our spooky ooky stories, but we're continuing the Halloween vibes. So I do have some Halloween rituals for you guys. We talked about this in the origins of Halloween. Kind of the tarot cards also told us about the ending of cycles, right?
Starting over.
So trick-or-treating and decorating and carving pumpkins and eating pumpkin pie, I don't know. Those are great, wonderful things that you can do around Halloween, but there are some other rituals. If you want to get into the more witchy spiritual elements, tapping into the origins of Halloween.
Yes.
If that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so things like cleansing the house. Remember, this is kind of like a new year / the end of a cycle. So cleaning out old energy is a good idea. And you can always do this by lighting incense or lighting candles, opening the windows, always, please.
Get that for sure.
Get the fresh air in, get the old energy out. Also, this would be considered cleansing and not smudging. That's a disclaimer in of itself. Then we can do, lighting black candles for protective energy and cleansing as well. It's a lot of cleansing.
We love it. Deep cleanse.
Deep cleanse.
Juice cleanse.
No.
Tissue cleanse.
Witch's New Year cleanse.
Yes.
Yep. A bonfire ritual, which is kind of a common practice, but writing things down on a piece of paper, or sometimes people write it on bay leaves. Things that you wish to release or leave behind, and then you throw it into the fire. And then the universe transmutes, whatever, does its thing. Another thing you could do is leaving a little memorial display for a past loved one, or an empty place setting, or a candle, or like a cute memento of them. Kind of getting back to the origins of like, we're supposed to be honoring the people that have passed, right? And welcoming them. And if you believe in the veil being thin, maybe you believe that our ancestors and our past loved ones come to visit us.
I can hear and see.
It's easiest for them to visit us at that time. So it might be nice to set them a little empty dinner plate. Because we don't know if ghosts can eat.
They may not be hungry.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they ate already.
Oh,
who knows?
Maybe they had that pre-Thanksgiving.
They had dinner before they came over. I like to think of baking as also a little ritual.
This girl loves to bake.
I like baking. I don't have any sugar. I've only baked one batch of cookies this fall season. I do love baking. But this could be another ritual that you do, infusing whatever you're baking or cooking or making with good vibes and blessings for the new cycle that is about to begin. Yeah.
I love it.
Now, you want to do a little impromptu watch list?
Rapid fire?
Rapid fire. What are some like Halloweeny? I wrote some down that I could remember. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, wait. This is our like watch list for Halloween / spooky season. Movies and shows. Okay, I'll give you some of my faves. First and foremost, we have to, of course, say Coraline. We have to watch that very soon. It'll be fine.
I think we have definitions of fun.
Oh. It'll be so fun. Coraline is a classic.
I will try my best.
It's a classic fall movie. It's also a classic scary movie. It's also animated very beautifully. So, guys, if you don't watch that movie this fall season, you're not allowed to listen to our podcast anymore.
What if I don't listen to it? What if I don't watch it?
Guys, I'm firing my co-host.
Co-host for hire.
Because she will not watch Coraline. Well, you guys have to watch it because the reason why we call you guys Twitchy Witchies stems from my love of that movie.
I know. I just support it.
And
like, I'll be beside you. I might not watch it. I might just bury my head.
Championing from the side.
Yes. Always.
My next movie, I love Corpse Bride. I love any Tim Burton film. Paranorman. Oh, I love that movie. Makes me cry.
His art style.
I love it. It's very Oh yeah. Also, Practical Magic. Listen, it's not a Halloween movie, but it could be. It's not spooky, but it's got fall vibes.
Witches.
Put it on your list. It needs to be on your list.
Just add it. It helps fill the voids. You need some little like
you need
unspooky.
Yes. You need to balance. This is a good balancing movie. Okay.
You have my one favorite on there.
Halloween Town. I love Halloween Town. Not Halloween Town 3 though.
Twitches.
And Twitches. I was gonna put that there, but I'm like, I can't list every single.
With Disney
it's
Halloween
like any
movie
Disney
because
Halloween
that's
movie.
just
The Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion's good.
The original one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a new one. Never watched it. Don't care to watch it.
I probably won't watch it.
No.
I will watch the originals over and over and over again.
I also have this is for my horror movie lovers. The movie It. But you know what? Specifically the second It movie. I'm not even gonna ask you if you watched it.
No.
There's something about the second It movie that gives me so much nostalgia. I cannot explain it because it came out only a couple of years ago. It's also the second in the It movies. But it's just like, it's
Is that
just...
the one that came out when we were in high school?
I think so.
And then there were clowns everywhere?
No, that was a separate occasion. The clowns, I think, were unrelated. Guys, we had clowns on the... Clowns? We had clowns on the loose.
Yeah.
When we were in high school, and our school shut down one day, or we went on lockdown because there was a clown outside.
Yeah.
Those were the weird vibe times.
Pre-COVID, guys.
Do you have any more?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus 1 and 2. 2 is not as good as the first one, but Hocus Pocus. Frankenweenie. I don't really like that one, but maybe you will. Not you, but like you, the listener.
Charlie Brown. Halloween.
Charlie Brown and the Great Big Pumpkin.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are the vibes. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's to go.
In my opinion, it's a November movie because it's in between Halloween and Christmas. Also, I will watch it for Christmas because it's low-key a Christmas movie for me.
I'm Googling Halloween movies because I can't think of any.
It's okay.
Beetlejuice. Monster House.
Monster House. Monsters Inc.? No. Monster House is so good.
Monster House.
That's a nostalgic one too.
Casper. Like Casper
the friendly ghost.
Goosebumps with Jack Black. Pardon me. When did
I don't
that
think
happen?
So.
Ghostbusters. The Addams Family.
Hey.
Hotel Transylvania made the list. I wouldn't really say that's like a Halloween movie. Just because it just has ghouls and ghosts. Gremlins.
Oh, I love Gremlins.
There's so many like scary ones, like Sleepy Hollow.
That's a very good one. It's a show too.
Yes, I actually started watching this.
It's a very good show.
The show's interesting. I kind of got put off when the neck like snapped back when he like ran into the wall. Do you remember that scene? And I was like, whoa. Yeah. I was also like 12 years old or something when it came out. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's fine. I think that's good.
She said, please stop
listening.
No. Monsters Inc. made the list.
Woo! Monsters Inc.
I don't know if that's...
And then also you have the classics. The classic E.T.
Guys, I don't
know about that one.
Just because it might have come out in October does not make it Halloween. Rocky Horror. How did we miss that one? Love it.
And while you're at it, watch the Sabrina Carpenter Tears music video. It's kind of horror movie-esque and Rocky Horror Picture Show-esque.
Love it.
Also the classics, Halloween.
It was scary.
Friday the 13th. I was gonna say Friday Night at Freddy's.
I think that's a game.
It is a game.
It might have been.
They made it into a movie.
Yeah.
Josh Hutcherson is in it.
Sure.
What's the one? Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm. Mm-hmm. The Saw movies. Those are not Halloween movies. We're just listing movies at this point. Really?
I saw one Saw movie.
Okay. And
I watched it and I was like, this is kind of like a Criminal Minds episode.
It's kind of...
It's not that scary.
It's kind of yucky. It's not scary. It's just like, I don't really want to see that. Anyways. So that's our watch list. You guys form your own watch lists based on what we told you, okay?
Also, let us know if we missed anything.
Yes. Tell us what is on your watch list.
Or what should be on ours.
What should be on ours. We need some new movies.
Nothing too scary, please.
Things like the Twitches.
Sarah will have to preview the movies.
Yes, I'll screen them before we hear. All right. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our first ever Halloween special. Let us know if you liked this style of episode and if you want us to continue doing these special events for the different seasons.
You guys can let us know by either commenting on the episode, liking it, and leaving us a review. Mm-hmm. Anything is helpful to let us know what you guys as listeners actually enjoy and what you want to hear us talk about and discuss.
Yeah. And if you have any of your own spooky stories or paranormal happenings or witchy experiences, you can always send them to our teatalestalks@gmail.com or send them to us through our spooky story submissions form in our Linktree. Perhaps you'll hear one of your very own stories in our What's Brewing mini episodes.
Woo! And be sure to follow us on Instagram, teatalestalks, to keep up to date with everything we're up to and all of our upcoming spooky episodes. And until next time, our twitchy witchy friends, stay spooky and
Don't let your tea get cold.